Once upon a time, I heard somebody say, why did Mother Teresa did not get to save the world? She did so many things at one time, and she was good friends with Princess Diana, such beautiful princess. All of a sudden, she disappeared. What could have happened? What could the two of them have been able to do together if they would have allied with each other in pursuit to save the world? Nobody knows. I can say to you one thing, that what if because we are in that position where we are allowing fear to take control over our lives, is that we are not doing what somebody could have done a long time ago, like Princess Diana or Mother Teresa. She got so sick, she was not able to fulfill her mission and transform humanity. She created an organization that helped the sick, that helped the children. But still, it seems that it was not enough, that there could have been so much more that she could have done. What could have been those revelations that she was given before she passed away? Nobody knows either. What if I was to say to you that, as many say, that in order for you to transcend, to be able to reach the other side of the veil, you have to be born again. Have you ever heard that term? Of course you have. Everybody has. And I have tried not to say anything about religion, but there are some prophecies said by Daniel, specifically 3 of them, that there will be 10 nations that will rise, that will be able to control the whole planet, the whole world. And in between them, there will be one little horn, another one that will rise to lead. And those 10 are not powerful enough to control the whole world. But the small one that rises, it is. That one is much stronger. And other 3 will rise with it. Let me put it in such a way that it will be clearer for you to understand. Everybody wants to control the world. Everybody wants to say that there's nothing that can be done to control the world, because the world, it already has governments. 3 prophecies of Daniel were said 434 years before Christ. It predicted that during 7 years there will be peace. For 7 years there will be peace. But in the middle, and we are in those days where there is we are at week 69 and week 70, that something would happen. So, what do you think could happen? That for 2,000 years, it will be the age of the church age. Church. There are so many churches, so many religions. But you and I know which is the only one that it has been recognized as the church that has dominion all over the earth, where every time there is a birth, that birth has to be approved, that birth has to be registered at that place. Do I need to say more? Some would say, Hallelujah. No, we're not here in Hallelujah mode right now. This is the time for the truth to be spit out. The times of Christ, we could have been crucified just by opening up and saying something. Not today. Today we are free. We are as free as anyone chooses to be. The only one that can prison yourself from anything, it is yourself. If you allow fear, if you allow the fear to control you and stop you from thinking and saying what you think, it has come to that time where we have to let the truth out. The truth that humanity has been under an illusion. The illusion of those 2,000 years, the age of the church, where the church has been pretending to play a role. And I have not said which church, but let me put it this way. Name one religion, any one of them. Each one of them, they only possess one part of the puzzle. By choice, they made the choice to believe and practice only one tiny little part of the whole truth. So each one, each religion practices incomplete beliefs. What is a belief? A belief that pretends to put humanity in a path that the purpose of humanity is this and this and this. Purpose. The meaning of purpose is to put something before. To put something before us, and humanity has to adore something or someone in all respect and be able to submit into service and support that something or that someone. The religion has said, because you were created by someone or something, you owe respect. Therefore, you have to submit and give 10% of you, of your income, of your money, of everything that you come into, and as a sign of adoration and respect, you should give them that 10%. If that's all you got, they don't care. Now I can say to you, it's not true. Now I can say that I will finally let out the whole truth. You have been betrayed. You have been lied to. Believing a lie because you do not have to owe respect to a man that wears a robe, that lives in a place where it is as big as they can possibly imagine, because you have been made believe that for $2,000 you gotta support them, support the place where they live. How much use do you get of those places? Whether you do it in the North Pole or the South Pole or Europe, wherever you go, how many times can you say that that age of the church that has been around for 2,000 years have been able to come up to you and say, oh, your family is worthy and it is in need of this. Here we are to support you. No, it has always been the opposite way. They demand for you to do things in a certain way. They have controlled everything around you. They demand the authority. They say they are the ones that have to be respected. They are the all knowledge. Today I will tell you the truth. In the prophecy of Daniel, 10 regions will have a king. Among those 10 kings, there will be a little horn that will bring up 3 more horns against God's people. Now, later on I will explain to you what God's people means. 3 will lead to rule ruthless. It will be rising from the sea. It will rise from the sea, deceiving people that will prosper, that prosperity. And nobody will be able to prosper under their lies because it was all a lie. It was all make-believe. Desecrating the temples. During those 2,000 years, the churches have desecrated the temples. Temples can be taken by many ways. They may be used by the abuse of humanity. The torture, the kidnapping, the usury of children, boys, girls, adults. They have abused them, they have kidnapped them, they have used them, they have slaved them. Do I need to say more? Nobody wants to say this because they want to act like they don't understand. Like they don't have the nerve to say the truth. The earth is transforming because up until now, the kingdoms that have existed have been raised by men, and anything that man creates, it will fall. And now it is the time for the kingdom that will be raised by God Himself, that will live with the people and be in the people, that is the one that will last forever more. No more tears, no more death, no more crying, no more diseases, no more cemetery, no more hospitals. But all that will be until you are born again, which means in order for you to be born again, you have to give up everything that we have up until now. We gotta give up the fear. In giving up the fear, that means that we have to go exactly as Christ went. Christ gave up His life and said, I submit, and I die. I give up everything. I take nothing material. If you hold on to anything material, You cannot die. You cannot submit yourself to that death. The only way that we are able to save ourselves and be born again, so we can be part of that kingdom as God's people with God. It is in the consciousness of Christ. Many are expecting for Christ to come and save us. But because the churches have manipulated the lie, they have transformed the truth, they have not said. Jesus was a teacher, a great teacher that came to lead and say, I am the way. But what he meant was, I am the way. I have everything to get anything and everything that I want to do on earth. I have the power to heal. I have the power to lead. I have the knowledge to have and do, think, feel, and do everything. As you as well. I am the way. It meant follow and do everything that I do because you have it in you as well. Because Jesus knew that by allowing his higher self and be able to vibrate and believe in himself, that he had the power, that he was a high vibrational being, he would be able to heal people. There is 9 levels of consciousness. He knew this. In those 9 levels of consciousness, there is the higher mind. In the higher mind, there are templates, sets of templates, which is called the Templar level reality. The imagination that is free range, where you can allow anything to happen. You have the power within you to imagine it, to create it. There is another part, which is the physical mind. The higher mind moves, goes in different dimensions. Many, many dimensions. Or densities, if you wish to call it like that. While the physical mind can only move in the physical dimension, the 3D. And in between those, the physical mind and the high mind, you've heard, we have already shared some of these things about the consciousness and the subconsciousness. What we should work on is the balance of the subconsciousness and the consciousness. Being in this balance is that we are able to watch and to have that part that it is called celestial soul. In the celestial soul is that you are able to think those thoughts, those beliefs, those feelings. But because Those 2000s of years of the church have made you believe that every time you make a mistake, you are a sinner. And because you are a sinner, you depend on their forgiveness, on their approval for you to be forgiven, that you have to be given a permission slip in order for you to act. And on top of that, you gotta pay them to continue the lie that they have covered for so long. That celestial soul. Can you imagine? The individual has that spirit, that soul. It's a blueprint that crystallizes in the physical, that incarnates in that physical body. It's always going to have that high vibrational part of you, the spirit, which is in such high vibration, constantly moving among the dimensions, always knowing everything, all the plan. It moves in so many dimensions, while the physical mind, because you are incarnated in that body, it only moves in 3 dimensions. You have dominion over the physical, what you think you can see, touch, smell. The subconsciousness does not. And I have said this before, the spirit embracing the air, the water, the earth, the fire. That is that incarnation, the human body, the combination of those elements, moving in those 3 dimensions, creating, imagining, feeling. Not that we have to expect and wait for somebody that has to come and save us, because we are all one creation, all together. Nothing moves without another. In the higher planes, the oversoul, we are totally, completely connected with one with the other. We know everything. And in between that, there is everything that we do. It's an automatic system where things happen. We don't even have to worry about them because it's automatic. They're templates that have been designed for them to take care of their own, to take place on their own. We don't have to worry about how many times your heart is gonna beat, how many pumps, how many heartbeats does it take for 10 ounces of blood to go through your body. That's automatic, that you're gonna require to breathe, and in every breath there's an X amount of oxygen that's gonna go through your body, through your mind, to keep you alive and keep you going. That's automatic. But they wanna make it look like they are the ones in between you and something else. They wanna make you believe that it's all a lie, that they are the ones intervening, the saints, the holy this, the holy that. It's all a lie. It's all manipulated for them to control. And they have been able to do such a great job. But guess what? When are you going to stop believing that lie? When are you going to stop thinking that you're afraid? Oh, the Holy Father at the church this, the Holy Father over there. When they are only carrying a one tiny little piece of stick of the whole Baton Rouge, the walking cane of the whole truth that they should be leading us with. We do not need them. What we need to know is to suck it up and accept the truth once and for all. And stop acting like babies, that we need somebody, that we don't know enough, that we need somebody to lead us. We have to grow up and accept the truth. And stop allowing yourself to ignore the truth. Acting like a baby, oh, I can't, oh, such and such is this and that. Inform yourself of the truth. They have put us in the belief system that they are the ones in charge of making that creator a holy one that is so far away from us that we need them to intervene, when that creator, that divinity, it is all within us. It's all of us as one unit, where we are connected all together. Don't you understand this? In one realm, we are all connected. We all believe. We are all thoughts. In the middle, the emotions between the high and the bottom. The high vibration are all those thoughts, all those beliefs. The emotions are in the middle. The thoughts are on the bottom, each one vibrating at a different frequency. Do you not want to understand what that means? Frequency is the measurement, the distance between forward and up and down, left, right, north, south, east, west, whichever way you want to call it. But stop being so ignorant. Stop covering the truth and thinking that this is going against that stupid system that they have made us believe. Because they have called you, you're weak and you're fragile. Stop acting like you're weak and you are fragile. Because you are not. You have been lied to up until now. So stop. There is 9 levels of consciousness. And that's what we have to wake up to. We are connected. All of us are connected. In our beliefs, the only huge, only one creation, united, powerful, vibrating. In the 8th level, where everything is automatic, it's the mind, the pattern, the relation to the collective, the habits. That's why the word collective is used all the time. Collective, because it's the gravity that automatically allows those habits to take place. It's a perfect plan that was created all a long time ago. Everybody knows this at the subconscious level. But at a consciousness level, we are waking up to. And we have been betrayed and we have been lied to by some that think that we are going to continue covering up our eyes and our ears. Because what if they're afraid a little bit? They're afraid. They allow fear to manipulate them and control them and think, what if? You're not going to be crucified like Jesus was. That was too long ago. They have gotten away with doing atrocities. In the ninth level, the collective, the unconsciousness, time and space, everything has been in agreement. No need to think about it. All awareness by the three different planes, which are the thoughts, the feelings, and the beliefs. That's what the ninth level of consciousness is. It's the togetherness of everything. See this? Look at it well and remember it. We gotta wake up. Some play around that Mother Teresa was revealed some truth that she could not speak of. And so on the deathbed was revealed this and that. And they make it such a big deal. All has been manipulated as something so big that you are not worthy of knowing and finding out. But you are worthy and you are good enough. You are perfect because you are part of all that creation. That's why what they are covering up is that the reign, the one that will come, the one king that's going to come and take care and have the kingdom with God's people. God has many rooms, and you will be in one of those rooms. If you look at your physical body, if you look at your head, there's different compartments in there. You can look at those as room. Each one is a room. Each one has a purpose. One, to be analytical, analyzes things from a different perspective than the others. The power of your beliefs in such high vibration allows your emotions to be determined by your choices, by the thoughts that you push yourself in the physical body. There's no such thing as the church's wishes, so it will be done. Because God is so far away from you. You are so loved. You are so worthy because you are part of God. Every one of us are part of God. We are not that far away. And Jesus himself said it when he was asked, when will the kingdom of God come? He said it is within you. It is part of you. That's why I didn't even want to put a title to this. Because how can you give a title to something so infinite, so divine, such truth that has been hidden forever? And you will land and watch this message for your entertainment purposes only. Because as soon as they receive that certain words have been said, the internet takes over and it lowers and it ends up forcing me to cut off the videos. So by avoiding that title, they're gonna have to search a little bit more. And I have no fear. Some say, oh, we are being monitored and followed. They can do anything they want. They have done it forever. They have been tracking humanity forever. But they cannot crucify us for accepting the truth. Because the truth will always win. We are in this triumphantly winning, becoming more and more powerful because we are becoming part of that truth. No more lies. I want to say hello to Snowy. Hi, Al Courage. Hi. Where am I? I am in heaven. I am creating my own heaven. I am creating my own space with all of you together because we are free. We gotta allow ourselves to be free. Judy 03. Exactly, 10% of your income, it is to support that small group that they don't even have a soul because for a long time they have made slaves of you, saying you're weak. Let's make them slaves and let's make them work for us. Correct. A few weeks ago I made that video where I said, they know, they've always said, let's make them work for us. There's two classes, them and you. You work for them, you work yourself to death because you're weak and you are fragile. And on top of that, you have to go and on your own will, you have to go bring them 10% to the building that they have built with your money. And on top of that, they govern the governments, the systems that they have set up to take your money away. And you very clearly heard not long ago, there is 600 plus million people that are getting SSI in the US country, of people that are deceased and that are dead, non-existent. They have been getting paid with the money from the taxpayers. Every country has that system. They have been running every system. Have you not noticed whenever they go from one country to another, the so-and-so countries are receiving so-and-so, Your Holiness. And I lived and I was present when the son of somebody was being chosen and trained to be part of the so-called church age group. And the way that she acted, it was no example of such holiness, mother of the holiness, men that wanted to be part of that group. All liars, all users of humanity, manipulating humanity, making slaves out of humanity. Until you die. Work as a slave until you die. Work for us. That's what they call you. Are you going to allow them to continue doing that to you? You worry about surviving. You worry about paying your bills. Worried about the education. All the systems that they set up. Every time a child of yours is born, what do? They take it They form a corporation out of that child. That child no longer belongs to you. That child becomes property of the church age group. And if you don't believe me, find out, research more about it. I have been letting it out, little pieces at a time, but the time has come because this has got to end. No more fear. Why do you think the things are happening in all these countries now? Rumors of war. The 69th, we are right at the borderline of 69 and 70th, 70 week. 7 years of peace, of so-called peace. While they come up with a grand plan of how to continue the lies, how to continue manipulating you. When the God is the union of the whole humanity, that according to your beliefs, how you choose to think, because guess what? No matter what you do, no matter what you think, the purpose that you have in this life, it will take place, because it's not only up to you in your physical body. There is others. It's a trinity coming and meeting you together to fulfill your purpose. You are only one part, taking place, acting on behalf of you. You could fail, but there's still two other parts of you that are marching forward with that plan that we all agreed. And I have said this many times. Remember, by waking up, we are remembering. Remember means pulling together the components, the parts, the group. You have never been alone. Why do you think that so many things seem like synchronicities? You seem to think and remember. Because as a collective, we are all together. We are joined. God is in us. One creation, the whole creation in one. AI, computers, technology, science, anything and everything. Nothing will be unnoticed. It is time for humanity to stop being the one leaving yourself like a carcass on the path, making the money for others. You are born working and you die working for others. No more. Unless you really insist and you rebel and you don't want to learn the truth and accept the truth, that's all on you. You are a spirit. You are a beautiful spirit. Your essence in that vessel, one Trinity. The beliefs, the emotions, the thoughts, another Trinity. Every Trinity pulls together at different levels of consciousness, all around all the dimensions. The illusion that you think that you gotta win, that you gotta compete, that you are here alone, that is not such. It's such huge lie that they have made you believe. I will cut this video now because I will do it in Spanish. I will be doing a few short videos. Follow through there. There's so much more information in there. If you want it spelled out, little bit better? Go ahead, be my guest. But you're gonna have to put the puzzle together. My teachers are many. Your teachers are many more. We have so many amazing teachers as we are part of everything and everybody. And a lot of us are still waking up. Like always, it has been an honor to share with you and to learn that this community is waking up. And I love you because I know that you will no longer be part of that weak, fragile community that you've been called, that you will die like a slave, not knowing the truth. Because this is our time. This world is ready for you. The past, the present, and the future, it is ours. In that high vibrational, many dimensions, that the higher being, the higher soul of ours, us, our spirit, we agreed to this beautiful blueprint. Unconsciousness, subconsciousness, and consciousness all together in one. In charge of everything because God is in control and God is everything. I love you. And tonight, I will continue with part 5 of our ancestors and mention a little bit more about this. Bye.